objectives. At the completion of this video, you will know how humility strengthens leadership, the characteristics of good to great leaders, how to change your behaviors to those of a humble leader, the attributes of an effective leader, how to instill leadership attributes into the organization.
Hello again. My name is Mike Micklewright. In our series thus far, we've talked about the highest levels of lean and quality transformation and the importance of establishing the right principles and the right culture in order to ensure true transformation occurs. This section goes more in depth into establishing that culture of continuous improvement and lean, and yet it is intended for top management because it should affect them so deeply if they wish for their organization to experience true lean transformation results, such as lead times being cut from weeks to days, inventory turns doubling in 2 years and then doubling again in 2 more years, annual productivity gains of 15 to 20%, perhaps a 50% reduction in defects per year, and a 50% reduction in floor space in 2 years. And all of this adds up to a 4 to 8% improvement in gross margins. These results are achievable, and they have been achieved by certain lean organizations. The next video in this series will cover this very same topic, but at a much more detailed level, and is intended for all layers of management, and goes much more in depth into the 4 elements of a lean culture. Now let's get right into the meat of this topic right off the bat. Top managers, CEOs, presidents, CFOs, VPs, mid-level managers, I am asking you to be very open-minded to learning from others, even those people who report to you, in the spirit of continuous improvement. Even though you have already been so successful in your own personal career path, we need to be open to learning from our peers and those who report to us. We should always have the ability to learn from anyone, including those who report to us, because they are the people who need to learn from us. They can only learn effectively from us if we listen and learn from them. Continuous improvement applies to oneself as well as to processes. We should all be open to the idea of changing our lives, our methods, our processes, our relationships. But in order to do that, we have to humble ourselves and say, hey, maybe the way I've been living isn't the best. And we should be able to do that within our organizations. We should never feel that our organization is the best and we don't need to change. You see, an organization can have such a big ego that it feels like it doesn't have to change. We've done things this way for years, for decades, and we're so successful. Right now, we're at the top. We don't really need to change. That's a dangerous attitude, both in an organization and personally. Now I want to read to you a passage from Jim Collins' book, Good to Great, regarding the characteristics of level 5 leadership. The highest level